It is 8 o'clock in the morning now, and all last night I've been contracting. They were about 10 minutes apart, but I didn't really sleep last night anyways because I was up timing them. They lasted for about, I want to say 50 seconds to the minute, and they were 10 minutes apart. And then I woke up this morning and they were still about the same amount, so I took a shower so I could see that if it was real contractions, because if you take a shower and they stop, then that just meant that they were like practice contractions or false labor or whatever. But I got in the shower to see if that would let up, but it brought them closer together. But they did make the contractions shorter, so I'm not sure what that means. But this is it. So it's possibly baby time today, but I'm gonna try to wait as long as I can because last time I went, when I thought I was ready to go, I was only a 1. So I'm gonna try to hold out as long as I can right now. Wanted to start this vlog, this birth vlog. Oh my god. I am nervous, I'm scared, but I'm also excited, so let's do this. Ugh. Last bump shot. Possibly.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on to.
My app is telling me to get ready for the baby, but I'm not going to right now. Because last time when I thought I was actually ready, I was only a 1. It's Mary, and plus I'm waiting for them to get more intense so that hopefully labor can go by faster. Right now I'm still contracting. They're about 6 to 7 minutes apart right now, and I've had 13 contractions in the past hour. So hopefully I can go at night because I don't want to go during the day for some reason. I don't know. I feel like it's just more hectic at the hospital during the day than it is at night. I'd much rather go at night. And plus it's more peaceful, it's calming at night. So hopefully I can ride it out till night, but obviously I'm not in control here. So if I have to go beforehand, then I'm gonna have to go beforehand. But right now, the contractions hurt, but they're not that bad. Like, they're manageable. But they do hurt, don't get me wrong. They just feel like really intense period cramps. And I'm waiting till they start to hurt more and get closer together to go to the hospital. I want to wait until they're like 2 to 3 minutes apart, because right now they're 6 to 7, 6 to 8 minutes apart. So that's still kind of far. I'll keep you guys updated, of course. Say hi, Zanny. Say hi. She's laughing. Oh, you're tired. Yeah. You're gonna be a big sister. Maybe today. You're gonna be a big sister. This guy's TikTok.
I'm not even busting.
Hey, Zanary.
You excited? Yeah? Yeah, you're excited? You're excited? Okay, no, maybe
How do you feel?
not. Great.
Do you
I
even
seen
watch
that
Sailor
sign.
Moon?
Huh?
Do you even watch Sailor Moon?
Watch what?
Sailor Moon? No. You're a funny girl. No. No. No, baby. Okay, so The last clip that you guys saw, I believe it was in the morning. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 6:21 at night and I'm still contracting. Okay, so in the past hour I've had 10 contractions. I've had 10 contractions and they're lasting for 38. They're lasting. Canary, stop. They're lasting for 38 seconds and on average they're 5.5 minutes apart. So they're getting close. But they're still pretty irregular. Like, that's why I haven't called a doctor. I haven't even thought about going to the hospital because they're so irregular still. There was a moment throughout the day where I was getting one contraction like an hour, so I stopped timing them. But now they're pretty close together and they're so painful. They're so painful. I think he's facing up. And I know they want him to face down. Well, any baby to face down. And I think his back is against my back. So I'm having a lot of back labor right now. And it just hurts so bad. The pain is so sharp and it comes on so fast. And I can't walk through them. I can't talk through them. And I know those are signs that you should go to the hospital. Or at least call a doctor. But I just don't know. Kendrick stepped out for a second because I told him, he asked me if it was okay real quick because he's not going to be gone for long. And two, I told him it was okay because my contractions are really irregular right now. Well, I think they are. I told him it was okay because I don't think anything's going to happen in the time that he's gone. But these contractions are so painful. So painful. And plus, I don't want to go to the hospital for them to check me. And I'm only like a 1 at my last appointment, which was, I want to say, like 3 days ago. I was checked. My doctor checked me and my cervix was softening and starting to open at the bottom. She was able to put her finger through, but not all the way through. So I was starting to open 3 days ago. So I don't know if I dilated more. I don't want to go just to get sent back home. Like I said earlier, I'd much rather go at night. I don't know why. I just do. But that's the update for right now. I will keep you guys updated with whatever happens next. I'm doing the least possible physical movement that I can do right now, because with movement, when I start walking, that's when they get so bad. They just come on gradually. So I've been sitting, and that's another thing too. Like, I'll sit for a while and I won't get a contraction for like another like 10 minutes, versus if I'm walking around, I'll get them every like 3 to 5 minutes apart if I'm walking around just doing regular stuff. So that's why I'm sitting right now. Oh my god. Yeah, please. Oh my god. This is... Poor YouTube has never seen me cute. Okay, well, I'm in triage. Hi.
I'm just gonna fix your monitor a little bit, okay?
Yeah, I had a contraction and then I like turned over.
Oh, no worries. Is this a little girl or a little boy?
A little boy.
A little boy.
So we're currently in triage. This is, let me see if you can see it. Which one's mine? So the top one's mine and the bottom one is some other lady, I guess. But my contractions are really jumping. And I'm not even a 1. I'm not a centimeter dilator.
Yes, sir. We're waiting for boy. He doesn't have a name yet. So
We're just waiting
boy.
to see him, to choose a name.
To see his face. If we see his face and he fits Kilowa, we're gonna name him Kilowa. Pain.
Can you... my back.
She's going through a lot of pain right now. I'm rubbing her back, putting a lot of pressure on it. Kind of like fighting up. I could feel like her back jumping. It's kind of scary.
I feel so nauseous.
If you feel like you need to throw up, also just let me know. You could just yak right there on the floor. If you're not gonna make it, you know. Feel better? Is it there still, or is it going away?
It's still there in my back.
That's fine. It's okay. Right here.
That's going away now. I think you're getting a call.
Yeah, but yeah.
But yeah, so the plan is
Everything's cool.
the doctor's gonna come in 2 hours, probably less, because of how close my contractions are.
Yeah, I know.
They're
I seen
going
that.
to
My text didn't deliver to you.
see if I progressed a little bit, and if I did, then I'll be admitted.
Go wherever you went to.
And if I didn't, then I have to get sent home. But they just say that I'm really, really thin, but I am still closed, so.
And if I don't pick up, just
Oh my god.
You just call me right now. Here I am picking up.
I'm getting them so frequently. They're getting closer together. I'm getting a lot of back pain too. I think his back is facing my back. Ugh.
I will. I know, me too. I'm excited.
Oh my
My
god.
mom said she loves you. I gotta go, Mom.
On the other side too. Okay, so a lot happened. Kendrick's taking a nap.
Not yet.
Oh, there you go.
20-minute nap, and then she has me off for the night. I'm bleeding.
Let's see if he wakes up. Take your shoes off.
I'm literally so cold at that dad's.
You're cold.
I'm so cold. How are you not cold?
To update you, I'm admitted. I went from, I think I mentioned in the last clip that I said that she was gonna come back and check me in 2 hours, but because of how frequently I was getting my contractions, they checked me earlier. So in an hour, I went from a 1 to a 5. So they quickly got me my IV, gave me my Nubane. I got that with Zenary. I don't know if you watched my first one, but I mentioned that I got it in that video. They gave me my Nubane, my IV, my Nubane. I came back positive for Group B strep. So I have to have penicillin that they gave me. Contracting. Okay, I'm back. Shut up, go to sleep.
I'm tired. Because when he's here, I'd rather you sleep and catch up on rest. I'll feed him through the night. But I cannot do that when I'm already bleeding right now. I've been bleeding since 9.
I'm not tired at all.
That's bullshit. You're tired after you get birth, I'll say that.
We'll see. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about penicillin. Me and my antibiotics for that so that it doesn't pass through to the baby. I got rolled up to my room My nurse is really nice. I always get nice nurses. And she came in.
Did I walk in and be selfieing?
It is now 11:50 and I don't remember what I was updating you guys on. But yeah, they gave me my IVs, the medicine that I needed for pain management before the epidural, which I don't have yet, but I did the new Bane and I got that with Zenary and it helped a lot. And it helped again, but it did slow down my contractions like it did with Zenary. But with Zenary it stopped it. It just slowed it down this time and I'm getting another one. And as you can see, my contractions are still coming. Oh my god, I keep losing my train of thought.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're in pain. That's why interrogations people get punished.
Look at this guy. Oh, you open it.
Yeah, I hate you thinking about it.
So I loves these blankets.
Oh my god. It's going on.
But when I came into my room and I wanted to get consented for the epidural, not get the epidural at that moment, just go through the consent so we didn't have to go through it later when I'm in dire need of it. So when he came, he seemed like he was in a rush and there was a lot of tension in the air between him and my nurse. So my nurse took him out of the room to have a talk with him. I'm getting the epidural, but later. I don't know when. I feel fine right now, but the contractions are coming back. Last time I got checked, I was a 5, and I haven't gotten checked then. So I don't know how far along I am right now. And I know at 8 centimeters, that's your last chance to get the epidural. So I don't even know how far along I am. But she did say to watch out for shaking because that means I'm towards the end. Right now, she's giving us 30 minutes to rest before they put me back on the monitors. Kendrick's really exhausted, so he's gonna nap. I'm not going to. That's why I'm doing this right now. So they're pretty far apart, but that's because of the new Bane. They like slowed them down so I have more time in between. But when they do come, they come pretty high. And I'm getting one right now. My doctor came in and we spoke about like birth plan, which I don't really have a plan. I just kind of just go with it, I guess. I don't have a specific way that I want to give birth. All I know is that I don't want to tear, and that's it. And they don't really have control over that, but they do have ways of preventing it, so they're gonna focus on that. And Kendrick's gonna cut the cord because he wasn't able to do it with Zenary. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what happened in the past 2 hours. Right now I'm okay. I'm not in a lot of pain. The contractions do hurt, but they're not as bad as they were before. Oh, that's another thing. My nurse did a few like I don't know, like some positions to try to get the baby to like flip so that I would stop having so much back pain with my contractions. So it did work. I still do feel it in my back just a little bit, but definitely not as intense as it was before. I did a COVID test. Pretty sure it came back negative because they didn't tell me otherwise. And now I'm supposed to be resting, but I know I'm not going to. That's where he's gonna be. Oh, one last thing. I did forget the baby's bag at home, but I had my mom bring it because we only live like 2 minutes away from the hospital, luckily, so yeah. So I switched to my phone because the camera is too far and Kendrick is sleeping and the nurse just walked out to get something, so I want to update you guys real quick. I just got the epidural. Before I got the epidural, they checked me and I was only a 7, which is shocking because it didn't feel like it was a 7 at all. It literally felt like it was like a 4 or something. The contractions hurt, but they weren't like super intense to be that dilated. They gave me the epidural because they want to break my water. And I told them that I wanted to get the epidural before they broke my water because I know once your water is broken, that's when things get serious. So I did not want to feel that pain, so I got the epidural. She went to go get my 2nd dose of penicillin. She's gonna put the catheter in, break my water, and check how dilated I am. Yep, that's the plan for right now. and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be giving birth in the next hour. So this was a very quick labor and delivery, so I wasn't able to film much. But these are my contractions. It's crazy, they hurt, but I was able to get through them, so like they were manageable. But don't get me wrong, like they hurt very, very bad, but very manageable. I could have done a natural labor if I was more committed to it, but I don't like pain, so no thank you. Hi, so it is technically the next day. I wasn't able to update you about what happened because a lot happened. Definitely did not go as planned and something that we didn't expect to happen. So I think the last clip was me getting the epidural. They checked me, I was fully dilated. We did some practice pushes and they stopped me and told me to wait for my doctor. At this point I was really, really numb. I couldn't really feel what I was pushing, but they did say I was pushing pretty well. So the baby's heart rate was dropping by a lot. It would get closer to my heart rate, and my heart rate was only like in the 90s. So they called for an assistant birth, and they used the vacuum on his head to try to help pull him out, which I really didn't want because of how swollen their head gets where the vacuum like suctions. So I didn't want that, but then again his heart rate was dropping. We had to get him out. So I just said, whatever, just do it. Just get him out and make sure he's good. So they tried that and they were pulling at the same time that I was pushing. Luckily they didn't use the vacuum for too long, so it's not like his head was insanely like swollen or anything. It actually looks a lot better. Still a little swollen and like a little small bulge in the back that's kind of squishy that they're keeping an eye on, but they say it looks fine. Yeah, luckily they didn't have to use it for too long before they called it quits because his heart rate just kept dropping and they couldn't get him out. I couldn't push him out. He was sunny side up, so that was a problem. That would explain why I had so much back labor. I was called for an emergency C-section, so I had a C-section and I am currently healing. Obviously that's not how I planned for it to go because the labor went actually really, really well. They before I got the epidural, they checked me and I was at a 7, and then didn't even feel like I was at a 7. Like even my nurse was looking at me, she's like, are you sure she's a 7? Because she would be in a lot of pain if she was. And yeah, the contractions hurt, but when they went down they weren't too close together to the point where I wasn't getting a break. So in between contractions I was getting a good amount. He's perfectly fine. They pulled him out really, really quick and he came out crying. So he was crying right away. They did realize that he was having a hard time breathing on his own. Not anything too concerning, but they did have to take him to the NICU just to make sure. They just gave him like the oxygen tubes up his nose just to get him some more oxygen. He did great with that. They kept the tube on for, I want to say, only a few hours. When I went to go visit him earlier this morning, he didn't even have it on because he was already breathing on his own, so that was a good thing. He's still in the NICU right now just to keep an eye on like the little bulge. They're watching for that to make sure like there's no bleeding on the inside, or like he looks fine, everything looks fine. And they said that they're hoping that he'll be discharged from the NICU in the morning, so hopefully he gets to be with us in the same room. And I'm probably going to be here until Tuesday or Wednesday because I had a C-section, just so they can keep an eye on me and make sure I'm fine. That is what happened. I didn't record anything up in the NICU. Hopefully I'll see him in the morning. Yeah, it was a crazy story towards the end. Ended in a way that we didn't really expect, but it happened. It was for the better. I'm really out of it. But yeah, I'll see you in the morning, hopefully with the baby. It's the next day since the last time I filmed, and I also haven't showed you guys anything at all, but I did tell you that he was in a NICU and I was in excruciating pain. But this is him. And look how chunky he is. It looks like Zaneri and him. when he was a baby. Can I put your baby picture on like the side right here?
Yeah, of course.
And that's not his name, but that's what they go by. His first and middle name, and then his last name is Jean Lewis. So it's Cairo Kiloa Jean Lewis. Now Kendrick's gonna take him for a TikTok. As for the birth vlog, I think I'm gonna end it. Oh wow, it's really dark. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the birth vlog here.
It's okay, bud.
If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one. Say bye.
Kyle can't.